attacks you when it's
Oh,
such a small.
you're not. All right. Shabbat Shalom at 6 p.m.
Shalom.
June 27th. Amazing. I think it felt like June just started, but I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I'll end up, well, I think only God really knows. I've sat upon the setting sun. I'll never, I never wanted water once. I'll never. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I've swam up on the devil's lake, but never, I'll never make the same mistake. No, never. Shabbat Shalom. You made it. There we go. Okay. We'll turn to page 10 in the Lev Shalem. Got Rich coming in. וחושנה ואל תתעלה. יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, לה 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 לה. Page 11. I'll take it as a good sign that being away helped me to forget how to play the tune. Maybe it was a good sign I got away. Page 11. Let the week flow in and flow out. Lechu neranana l'Adonai nariya letzor Yishenu nekad mafana betoda bizmiro nariya lo. Quietly to the bottom of 12. Arba'im shana kut bador va'omaram to'el v'avem v'hem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yavona menuchati. Page 13. So turning to page 16. I heard a lot of beautiful music this week. I was at my at a guitar workshop. Some just phenomenal musicians and opportunities to play. And it's one thing to know that the essence of music is rhythm, but it's being in rhythm. And when there is consonance, when there's pocket, when you're in tune and in the groove with other people, there's something that blooms. And as I think about that bloom of tone, the bloom of sound, the bloom of harmony, and feeling that connection with other musicians, I think that's possibly why it's very common after a jam that after playing a song together, people laugh. Have you noticed that? Watch for it. When people are jamming, they'll laugh. Not if they're performing like they're, stars performing their set at the Hollywood Bowl. That's a different kind of thing. When you're just sitting around with people playing and at the end there's this laughter, I feel like there's a revealing of something that could only be revealed with those musicians coming together and listening to each other and playing with each other and hitting those consonant notes. And I don't mean consonant as in everything is in the key, but rather the way it works together and being, God, what's the word? Not in unison and not in concert. That sounds like I'm trying to make a joke. But
in sync?
In sync. That's it. That's the word. In sync. Synchronized. And when that happens, there's that blooming. And that's what I think of. Or Zaru la tzadik lisher lev simcha. That light is sown for the righteous. Here, righteousness being synchronized and allowing for revealing of the light. That can only happen. And if you are upright, but really uli yishrei lev, if your hearts, which by the way in the ancient world the word for heart lev also meant mind, when you are in sync, simcha, joy. And that's why people laugh after jamming together, when it works, when something happens. So I believe in that analogy. You may not, I don't know. But that's what I thought of after a week of playing music for Or Zarua La Tzadik, bottom of page 16. Tzadik, page 21. So this week is Parshat Korach. And as I mentioned from the Bima last week, I was quoting Michael Berenbaum, or at least a vort. I was quoting Rabbi Gordon Burnett Cunin, who was quoting Michael Berenbaum about the difference between the challenge brought from the spies last week as opposed to Korach this week. And there's something very, we can call it insidious about Korach, who makes the claim that we're all holy, so move over, Moshe and Aharon. You are not holier than us, so move over. We don't need your leadership. But it is very clear that Korach is motivated by personal interest. He wanted power for himself. And we're about to sing Mizmor LeDavid, a psalm of David. David, who took over rule of Israel from King Saul. Saul fell out of favor with God. God anointed David, and he becomes the king. It's a complex thing, leadership. How much was David self-interested? How much was he motivated to rule benevolently for the sake of the good of the whole? And our tradition looks back at David very fondly as an ideal. I'm sure there's lots of ways in which we can see that. And yet at the same time, we also know that he's a complicated character. So, as I like to see the Torah as a spiritual mirror, there's an element of all of it within us. There's an element of Moses within us. There's an element, potential, of the spies, the two that saw we could clearly ascend to the Holy Land. There's also the 10 voices that overpower the two. Let's say, no, we can't. We are too small. And then there's the Korach who says, I am bigger than you. And then maybe there's some of the David who can, at the same time, translate God's majesty in words and in liturgy, creating a whole new channel. The Psalms are a whole new channel for the people of Israel to connect to God through. And at the same time, he had moments of abuse of his own power. So it's complicated. So when we sing Mizmor LeDavid, I like to look at B'nai Elim, that we are children of the divine. Acclaim Adonai, children of the divine. With honor and strength, honor due God's name. Bow before Adonai in the splendor of the sanctuary. There's a glorification of trying to create as many references, symbols, tools maybe, to put ourselves in relationship to the divine, relationship to God. Not to allow ourselves to get overly inflated, and also not too subdued. We have to have enough ego to be bold in the world and fix what needs fixing. Sometimes even to just get out of bed, we have to be bold. And so when we sing this, it's so rhythmic and beautiful, you can get lost in it. It's all part of the practice of trying to find balance between the forces that might drag us into ourselves too deeply and the forces that might make us feel completely inconsequential. We need to find that balance. So maybe we find the balance through spirit and through rhythm. page 21. Mizmor leDavid, Havum Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai, Kavod va'oz la'yai, Havul Adonai, Kevod shemo yishtachavu Adonai be'arat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod nirim Adonai, al hamayim rabim, Kol Adonai, ba'koach chayai, Kol Adonai be'adat, Kol Adonai shover arazim, ישבר אדוני את ארזי הבנות, וירכיבם כמו עגל לבנון, בציון כמו בן ראמים, לילה כל אדוני חוצב אבות אש, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kodesh, Kol Adonai yachol al ayalon b'yachasof, ye'aharon u'mechalon, kulo omer kavod, lai lai lai, Kol Adonai. Where am I? Yashem Adonai melech le'ol. Thank you. Adonai oznei amo yiten, Adonai yevarach amo v'shalom. Lai la lai lai lai. Thank you, Jeff. Lai la la lai lai.
My mind off what I was doing.
What's that?
This is how I get my mind off the other stuff I was doing.
Okay, good. Beautiful. I got lost in the music and couldn't see the page. What I love about the imagery of Lecha Dodi, that we approach Shabbat, we approach the approaching Shabbat, is that only we can prevent Shabbat from arriving. It's completely in our hands. It never happens. That's right, Cindy. You can save Shabbat. Only you. We can fend it away, shoo it away, ignore it, and that's it. But God will never keep Shabbat from us. Now, circumstances may make it impossible for us. Okay, fine. Let's have that little obvious caveat. But God does never, ever withhold Shabbat from us. It's all within our hands. So maybe that's part of why there's such a beautiful tradition of singing so much on Shabbat. But as we come close to Lecha Dodi, as we come close to Shabbat and we sing Lecha Dodi, maybe let's open ourselves even more deeply. לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבורך, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת ולקהילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, ראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה, ומצעין תוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. לך לך דודי דודי, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Turn to page 25. והיו למשיסו שעושייך, ורחקו כל מבלייך. יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן על כלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. על ידי ישפן פרצי, ונשמחה ונגילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. If you want to rise and turn and face the door and welcome Shabbat into your presence, into your heart. Welcome, Donald. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי קלה. לך אדוני לקראת קלה פני שבת לקבלה לך אדוני לקראת קלה פני שבת לקבלה. Hopefully we feel a little elsewhere. You can be ready to take on Shabbat. Unless you still have to light candles, you keep that in mind. Page 27. His special song for Shabbat. I think the whole day is meant to be a kind of piece with different movements, with lots of music, nourishing food. That's why we're commanded to eat 3 meals. Tonight, tomorrow lunch, and Seudah Shlishit. And that way we'll be fully fortified and detached from the work of the week enough that we can maybe sink into the majesty of the world that we live in, such as it is. To the bottom of 28. Bottom of 28. Seva turn to the last psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat, page 29. Read it sort of quietly as we will conclude Kabbalat Shabbat and enjoy the presence of the Sabbath bride. Page 29. Adonai Malaku Lavesh Lavesh. עדותיך נתנו מאוד לביתך נאמר קודש אדוני לאורך ימים. We should definitely turn an element of this psalm into a theme for Mishkon. Above the roar of the vast sea and the majestic breakers of the ocean, Adonai stands supreme in the heavens. Kind of a sweet reference. We need to find a way to bring that more into our shul. Page 30, if you're in a period of mourning or observing yortzites, and if you're joining us on live stream, we have a tradition to unmute and to respond audibly to the words of the Kaddish. So if you're saying Kaddish, please say it, and please receive our responses in support of you as well. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
Amen.
Ve'olma divra kirute ve'amlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kari v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach
Mevorach Maya.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'ale v'yithalal shemei dekudshah brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata de'amiran be'olma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Barach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'ale v'yithalal shemei dekudshah brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata de'amiran ve'olma v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Amen. Okay. Thank you for joining us, Donald and friend. Yes, what a week. So first announcements. I will not be in shul tomorrow, but Rabbi Dan will be presiding. So that will be lovely. I will be teaching this Tuesday evening from 7 to 8, Parsha. Everybody is welcome on Zoom. Next Shabbat is 4th of July Shabbat, Independence Day. With great power comes great responsibility, as was taught to Spider-Man. So this week, as we prepare for this Independence Day, we need to have gratitude. And I look forward to making it a Shabbat of aspiration and reveling in how lucky we are and what we hope to contribute to our country going forward. And I don't have much else to share that is public, but definitely look at our website. There is lots coming up, and no need to get into that now. We'll have a Shalom Aleichem, then we'll say Kiddush, then we'll go off live stream and share our wows of the week. We need those angels around us. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nile Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Tzedchem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Let the harmonics rise up to be with the angels. Think of your wow of the week. And let us bring it to the Kiddush. Vayhi erev vayvoker yom hashishi vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzva'am vayechalelu b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa Vayevarech Elohim et Yom HaShvi'i vayikadesh oto ki vo shavad mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot savri.
L'chaim.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam more peri agafen.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshar b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה וראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר לציית מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Amen.
On my way back up from San Diego, I was able to find a kosher challah.
Well, you see the printed paperwork is there, right?
פותח את ידיך, מסביר לכל חי רצון ברשותכם.
Shemayim.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, המוציא לחם מן הארץ.
Amen.
Amen.
Truffle salt and olive oil and balsamic. The best.
Gewaltig.
It is Gewalt. Shabbat Shalom to all of you who are joining us on live stream. We're going to go off live stream now, but please join us in person soon. Shabbat Shalom.